Hello everybody, and welcome to the final 9 of the Waco Annual Charity Open, second stop on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
And I'm Madison Walker. We are your two hot geeks.
Huh? We're just a couple of dames over here trying to commentate the best we can. Female geese are called dames, as a matter of fact. We are watching some crazy action here. Let's check out the front 9. Valerie Mandujano getting 3 birdies in the last couple holes to take the lead by a stroke over Kristin Tattar. Ohn following close behind, and Eveliina really falling off the pace here.
If you guys have not watched the front 9, go check it out. It was very exciting, and we've made it crystal clear anything can happen at the Beast, so we cannot wait to watch the back.
Hole 10 is a very birdieable par 4, pretty wide open, almost park style hole versus the woods, though if you find that left side, you will find the woods very quickly. This basket is perched on a hill, so you do have to meter your approach and kind of land gently and maybe plan your ground play.
Love this angle, love the camera work. Valerie hoping her disc doesn't skip too much, but she gets far enough where she is past the little place where you want to avoid. There's a little inlet.
There's like a little pocket
it can
tends to collect discs and make it really hard to get up there for your birdie.
You almost have to pitch out from there.
Oh, kind of a similar line here, and it's skipping a little too far left as well, and that's the pocket.
There it is.
But, like, usually the pocket I feel like is a good thing, and this is an evil pocket.
We love pockets generally.
Kristin with a grace.
I think the best play.
Look at this flip up and drift. Wow. Beautiful line, and the right side is definitely more open than where Eveliina and Ohn, or Valerie and Ohn landed.
I think it's almost smarter to error right than it is left, but still I think a majority of FPO players probably, if you were to ask them their error on this hole, it would be left, and I don't know why that right side seems scary. Oh, nasty wind bounce.
Yeah.
She still gets a ton of distance. Oh, not having a lot to work with, but still trying to give it some height and get it to carry left.
Thank you.
She does just that. She inside the circle?
I think so.
Okay, that was a phenomenal shot.
Yeah, beautiful.
That was unbelievable. That's very difficult. Eveliina with a nice touchy sidearm.
Whoa, did it? I think it kind of rolled down the tree and then backwards. Like I think it hit that little tree right in front of the basket. Horrible break. Even though Valerie is in the woods on the left, she does have a flex sidearm to work with here. And look at that execution. Excellent angle. And this is what I was talking about with the hill. It's easy to scoot down there and have a difficult putt, but honestly, that was as well done as you can from that spot. Totally. God, Kristin's so far. It's crazy. Up here. That is so cool. I mean, she's under 100 feet. Right. Just a little chip. Yeah. Scoots down a little bit. She'll be just outside the bullseye. Padding those Circle 1 stats. Eveliina with a little framed up putt. Looks like it checked up just on the backside of the hill. And look at Valerie with those low-hanging branches that Erika talked about. If you roll down this hill and come in a little too fast. But it doesn't matter. Sneaks under the basket and just over the cage. Oh, I hope we get to see this one again. That was beautiful. I mean, she has not made an error in a long time. Yeah. Since hole 2? I mean, this is crazy. Has she ever made a mistake in her life? She looks so good out there. What a great recovery from Ohn. That's such a great birdie from where her drive landed. Yeah, really stellar. And all our lead card ladies showing us their skills. 25% of the FPO field with a birdie, and we get to watch 3 of them on this card. Good comebacker for Eveliina's par. At this point, I think she's kind of out of it. I mean, she's 9 strokes back with 8 to go. You're never totally out of it, of course, and you still want to play for position, but definitely...
But counting on those 3 ladies that are at the top right now to mess up that many times, it's just not feasible. Hole 11 is a 280-foot, slightly uphill par 3. Plays a little bit longer than that. What you want is something fading to the right coming into this hill. Even finishing to the right-hand side is better. Hyzering out to the left, those woods over there are absolutely brutal and difficult to get out of, even if you are inside the circle. So straight fading to the right is the play. Valerie has that dialed in. She skips right up to the edge of the circle.
Man, her form is so good. That was her Vandal, and she's just looking so confident.
Yeah, she's dialed. Ohn throwing a great shot as well. That right side is A-okay to mess around with. Her putt might be a little bit more blocked. May have to look at a layup.
Almost made it to the circle, and she just has that one big tree in the way, so hopefully she can straddle around it. That was a DX destroyer.
Kristin opting for the sidearm. Love this play. Not everyone in FPO has that distance.
Terrible break.
Terrible ground play. But she's close enough on the edge. Maybe she'll have an open putt.
You never know.
Yeah.
Really punished for a decent shot.
That's how it be on this hole.
This looks great. Just needs to get some favorable ground action. It looks like it does. If that tree would just get out of the way, I could... I'm not sure where she landed.
My proposition to the course designer at Waco is to move this basket 5 feet to the right. Get it off that hill.
Yeah, it wouldn't really change what you're trying to do much, but yeah.
But it would take away some of the nasty rollaways that aren't just kind of unnecessary.
But makes for great drama.
As if there's not enough on the back 9.
No, there's no drama here. Oh,
yes!
yeah. Eveliina cashing one in.
Yes.
Let's see that one more time on the GK replay. Has to hyzer it around this big tree. Dead center chains.
All right.
Beautiful. Man, the basket even caught it really pretty. Like, let's
admire all the details.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Kristin,
man, I thought she was on the edge.
Yeah. Just, I mean, she didn't have to pitch up, I guess. That was, you know, a pretty good run for what she had, but just a bummer, man.
Yeah, good shot going unnoticed.
We notice.
Woo! Nice comebacker. That putt is steeper than it looks on the footage.
Absolutely. And a lot of times you're putting so steeply uphill that it's kind of nose up and the basket can push it out. So really well done.
There was only 7 birdies on the day. Props to Eveliina for getting one of them. That hole is tough.
Yeah, par's not too bad there.
Hole 12 is a par 5, the second par 5 of the day, 609 feet. You want to throw a sidearm off the tee or a backhand turnover that finishes somewhere around here. Your second shot needs to get just to the bottom of this hill. You don't have to get too crazy. Your third shot, you want to get it up to the green and tap in your birdie. In reality, that is the dumb it down version of this hole. Throw 3 200-foot shots in the middle. A lot can happen, though. There's a lot of thick trees.
I like the sidearm off the tee. It really tends to position you pretty well. This is a little bit on the right side, but
nice little finish.
Yeah, but again, you don't have to do too much on your next shot if you're anywhere on this fairway. Just, you know, throw a putter or a mid.
Okay, sorry, I didn't want to get on the key and then somebody else.
Valerie opting for the backhand. A little bit of a tougher play here, just because when you land down there, you don't want it to cut roll. So you really have to...
She got...
pinball.
Yeah, and lands in the middle. I mean, she's really short, but can honestly still birdie with this distance. Oh, and showing us her destroyer forehand. This looks really good.
Giving it lots of height so it gets way down the fairway.
Yeah, and you got to push that backside to land in the center. That was a really well well
shaped.
Yeah, is that it?
Honk, 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 honk.
Oh, dang it. Kristin early.
Is this anybody's water?
Being on the left side is better than being on the right. It does open the shot up. She does have those technical shot shaping sidearms, and look at her.
Yeah, she just pipes this harp down there. Center cut.
At this point, par is what Kristin is aiming for, just minimizing the damage. Valerie doesn't sound happy with it, catches one of those trees and kicks right.
Yeah.
We'll see what she has to work with over there.
Deep sigh.
Yeah, it's rough up on that hill.
Great spot from Ohn here. And with the forehand, I mean, she can think about getting on the top of the hill here for an easy birdie or maybe a highlight eagle. Who knows? Not that it's actually easy. Like, this is a really tough angle.
And she's still got quite a bit of distance. It's every bit of 200 feet or 250 feet to the top of the hill.
No, that was such a good angle, too. Now sit.
Oh, man.
That happens so easily if you don't land perfectly on this hillside. It just rolls them right back, rejects them.
Thankfully, she is on the edge. She'll still actually be able to go for the birdie.
Yeah,
from
definitely.
there.
But man, it was so close to being perfect. This is pretty good, too.
Oh, my gosh.
There are some windows over there.
Mm-hmm.
She's really not too far outside the circle, I don't
I feel
think.
like the amount of green on the trees and bushes has increased since Friday. Like,
Spring is here.
spring is here.
Sprung. See, this is what I'm talking
What
about.
in the heck?
No, I've seen that happen so many times.
But 3 in a row? Like, good Lord. The beast.
Wow, this looks rough for Valerie. She's just pitching out maybe 30 feet.
This is her 4th shot. She's definitely trying to get it close. This takes a nice gentle backhand turnover that finishes a little bit. Looking for the skips.
Wow.
She gets it.
Yeah, that's her fuse, and I mean, she's just outside the bullseye.
What a great recovery.
She's
Staying
so
focused.
good with that disc. Oh, in a pretty good position.
The fuse, is that a fairway driver?
No, it's a very straight mid-range from latitude 64.
Okay.
Ohn.
Doesn't turn it as much as she wants. It filters down to the left. It'll be outside the circle. Could be an obstructed putt.
Yeah, I didn't see how far it slid down. Kristin just chipping up a pure, really beautiful line there. Boy, this tree is really in her way, and she's has a tough angle here trying to throw that same panning shot that we just saw from Kristin, but more obstructed.
Gets knocked down just before fading into the circle. But I think she's on the edge.
Yeah, she's just outside. All right. Get it, Ohn.
Also just outside. Looks like there's some vines in the way, but
One time.
oh, she knows she's in contention right now for the dub. The pressure is mounting.
Yeah, I mean, once we get back out in the open here, it gets pretty wild. You can control a little bit more in the woods, I think, anyway, than in the wind.
Eveliina just struggling on the putting green today, and sometimes those days come, and they often come at the worst time.
Not for Valerie, though.
Yeah.
She's making everything.
So solid. I mean, even after that bad spot on her 3rd drive, she recovered so well, looking super strong.
Good par from Kristin as well, especially, again, early off the tee, able to recover.
Victory for the FPO field, 26% of the field getting a birdie on this hole. That's
Awesome.
huge.
Yeah. Love it. Our field is getting so competitive.
Yeah, didn't you have a stat for the FPO?
Oh,
field?
yeah. So, okay, I had a terrible first round, but I did average 933 for the tournament, and that didn't cash. You have to shoot 940 at golf just to make the minimum amount of money.
It's so awesome.
It's honestly astounding. We've gotten good quickly.
Yes.
Hole 13 is a par 4, 555 feet. We did have a tailwind, and you often have a headwind on this hole, so it's a little bit more attackable for that birdie.
Eveliina getting huge distance. She did the same thing yesterday, absolutely crushed it straight, not even trying to do the pitch hyzer out into the field like a lot of the FPO competitors will do.
Yeah, it leaves a much easier second shot if you push straight. This is the safest play you can probably do. I mean, the gaps are narrower, but you're not messing around with that mandatory. That's good distance, too.
There was a tail left to right crosswind as we got out of the woods onto this hole. Allows for you to throw a little bit more of a distance shot and not have to worry about controlling the angle of your disc into the headwind like we have in rounds past.
Yeah, and you can actually reach it.
That's true.
Unlike the headwind.
Owen throwing a big sidearm.
That was a crush from Owen. This is a grace.
Crushed.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
It's past Eveliina.
I love this second shot on this hole. There's just enough trees to make it interesting and difficult and not a gimme.
Yeah, I like where Eveliina and Kristin landed because I feel like it opens up more of a hyzer. Where Valerie is here, it's more of a straight shot and it brings this one tree into play.
Forcing her to keep it low, and you see her working those skips.
Yeah, super well done.
Yeah, I released a little early.
A little early, but it's
just
fine.
a little.
It's fine. Yeah, this side again, a little bit more open.
Oh, looking for that to sit down. It sure does.
Great shot.
34% of the FPO field with a birdie on this hole. Getting it dialed in. Eveliina having to go wide around that exact tree that Erika was talking about.
That's her Thunderbird.
Yes.
Parked. Eveliina picking up a few strokes here on the back nine.
Kristin working the skip, not getting the ground play that I would expect here, but she's still inside the circle.
I think that's her harp, which looks like it's in a base plastic, which isn't going to skip quite as much. But she's still pretty close. Oh, yeah.
I mean, all day.
A little high, little left on that one, but count it.
I'd be interested to see what her average putt distance is on the round at the end of the day.
27.
Yeah, she's definitely in the final realm on the close to the outside of the circle. I give up.
The final realm. Sounds like a Dungeons and Dragons kind of a thing.
I went to a gamer restaurant for lunch today.
Oh no. You don't usually see Own miss those. Again, it is breezy, but
it was very windy on the screen.
I wonder if it's just the pressure or...
Watching Valerie sink putts all day.
Yeah, could be. Kristin not to be outdone. Keeping pace, only one back of Valerie. Those two are pulling away a little bit.
Owen's been in top finishing all year last year, and then last week at Vegas as well. She was one of the top finishers. She's in the hunt, and she wants it. If you don't believe me, just go ask her. She'll tell you about it.
You probably don't even have to ask.
No. Yeah, she's ready for the big win. She's working hard. She wants it. Eveliina with her birdie as well. Stringing a couple there in a row.
Checking in with the leaderboard here. Wow. Katrina Allen 8 down. Henna is 6 down. That is amazing.
But Valerie and Kristin right now are not being touched. They could be. Anything could happen. Oh my gosh, hole 17 and 18 are crazy.
Right.
But everyone putting together really solid rounds in the top 10, most under par. That's so awesome. Hole 14, there's out of bounds all the way around this hole, left, right, and behind the basket. Check it out in the top left corner, Swarm Digital Marketing. They are sponsoring the FPO coverage this year. They did last year. We appreciate them so much. Super nice people that would love to help your business grow. They design, develop, and maintain websites, but they also help drive traffic to your website. So if you are looking to invest in your business and take the next step, check them out. Swarm Digital Marketing. There's a link in the description.
Awesome shot from Eveliina.
God, her sidearm. So good.
So much power. Dealing with the same tailwind here. Gonna generally stable out your discs a little bit more, but you can definitely get a backhand or forehand there. Wow. Wow.
Ooh, if that had gotten a skip, that had a chance.
I do think the forehand is the slightly better play, but
It's safer, that's for sure.
that's what it is. But Valerie's showing us an amazing backhand.
Her angle control today, wow. With the new discs, just looking like she's been bagging them forever.
This is, oh man.
That had every bit of power to
I
get there.
know.
Ohn opting for the sidearm as well. This is 303 feet, but I swear it plays longer than that.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's pretty flat.
Oh.
Ohn out of bounds. And really not going to be able to save the par there. Kristin's tucked up on this tree here.
Looking for her to sit down and catches a rock.
A little moat around a rock. Ohn just pitching up here. Goes a little long, finds the moat. Ohn for her bogey.
The screen is very windy. It's always windy. Even if it's a calm day, the screen is windy. I swear. There's some sort of trickery going on.
All that highway traffic. Bogey for Kristin.
This is not the hole that you would call it on.
No. It is sneaky hard, though. I don't know why, but...
Valerie here with the opportunity to take the solo lead.
Well, I mean, she's had it, but...
Oh, yeah.
To extend it.
Yeah, to extend it a lot.
Yeah, the way she's putting looks like she
It's
can't
easy.
miss.
Yeah.
Well, there's like good power behind it. Ohn with the double, falling pretty far off the pace now. Eveliina getting herself back to even.
That's 3 birdies in a row, I think.
I think you're right.
Just needed to step out of the woods and take a deep breath.
The crowd was so spectacular today. Just the energy from you all was just amazing. I love you, Oregon!
Hole 15 is a very difficult par 4. It's 558 feet. We had a tailwind today, out of bounds on the right and left. this little horse corral in the middle is not out of bounds. You throw over it on your second shot and hopefully have a tap and birdie. It's a little bit tighter as you get down towards the basket, and it was windy today, folks.
Yeah, very hard to keep it in bounds. The tailwind wanting to take your backhand and just shove it over to the left. This looks solid.
Slow,
Yeah, that's perfect and very far.
She did a great job of getting that disc to flip over early in the flight and ride.
Yeah, that's the key in a tailwind for sure. Valerie with her trespass, I like that she's keeping it low. You know, she's not quite as far as Eveliina, but it takes some of the danger of going out of bounds out of the picture.
You don't really need to go far here.
Yeah.
She can still get a birdie there very easily.
Yeah, if you get past the ditch at all and have good footing, it's not that hard to get to the pin. It's really just the drive that has most of the teeth.
Kristin throwing a sidearm so far.
Yeah, I believe that was her rive.
my
And
God.
really beautiful. And I think, again, kind of a safer play than the backhand.
Safer, and I mean, she's out driving backhands. It's so cool.
Ohn with a low skipper. Hopefully gets out of the ditch here. So everyone inbounds, which is good. Ohn left with some tricky footing. I do like that she's going forehand because it is hard to get the right power going up this hill with the backhand.
Yes.
Awesome.
And look at that flag.
Just snapping to attention.
I watched it switch from blowing straight out 90 degrees to a different direction within 5-second period. So the wind was shifting out there too. You're always trying to pay attention. Valerie doesn't try to get too crazy. She probably wanted more distance on that, but in reality, with the wind switching and shifting and blowing as hard, it's really difficult to be confident riding that fence all the way down. It can so easily just drop over.
Kristin throwing her trusty harp. It gets knocked down a little early, but she's up there for a tester putt for her birdie. Eveliina also looks like just chipping up a putter. Everyone leaving it a little bit shorter than he'd like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with this wind.
Everyone up here for birdie, though. Really cool. Valerie not too happy with that effort. Can't birdie them all, turns out. Eveliina for her birdie. Tickle some chains, but she'll have to take a par as well. Let's go, Ohn. Yes. Kind of recovering from her couple of missed putts that we don't normally see from her. That was a really confident stroke.
So that was 6 birdies out of the last 8 holes for Valerie.
Wow.
Wow.
Man, just stacking them up.
Yep.
Kristin taking one back, though.
A lot of action on the screen as well. A lot of pedestrians, a lot of spectators, a lot of car action. This is a tough one to stay focused on.
Mm-hmm.
Only 28% of the field with a birdie on this hole.
Oh, that's honestly really good.
That's
but it is
great.
definitely easier in the tailwind than the headwind we normally experience. Hole 16 is a birdieable par 4 at 609 feet. A lot of these ladies can get 400 and land somewhere around here and then just throw a 200-foot upshot. We're going to see some smashes, I'm sure, off the tee here. I'm very excited. Again, tailwind.
It's played as one of the 3 easiest holes on the day. Kristin ripping that hyzer, hoping it to flip up more than that, but she still gets a ton of distance.
Yeah, that's just fine. You know, if you get a little over 300 feet and can cut the hole in half, the upshot does have some trees you have to navigate, but, you know, everyone in the field can get this. I'm choosing to go forehand. Riding the wind really nicely. She'll definitely have quite a bit more distance to go than some of these other ladies, but, you know, I believe in her.
Mm-hmm. It's doable. Oh, yeah.
This is big.
Oh, yeah.
Great distance for Eveliina.
Like Erika said, definitely sitting around the 400-foot mark. Every bit of that. 30% of the field getting a birdie on this hole. That's high.
Yeah.
Even though you can get big distance off the tee here because it's wide open, it's still a tough second shot.
Yeah, it's doable, but it's not easy.
There's a lot of low-hanging branches that come into play, and then, of course, that out-of-bounds sidewalk on the right-hand side that we see Ohn having to navigate.
Yeah, I like the out and around pushing that sidewalk out of bounds and then fading in, but it's a little nervy.
Also, just like hole 14 and 15, this green, the wind was absolutely ripping.
Oh, and flirting with that sidewalk a little bit, but ends up just fine and somewhere around Circle 2's edge.
The tailwind pushed out.
My entire card birdied this hole.
Wow.
We all gave ourselves a little pat on the back. It was pretty cool.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's early. And that sidewalk does come into play. It wraps around, but Valerie's pretty far away from that. And honestly, she's still got a putt. It's just risky with the elevated pin. Trusty forehand harp for Kristin.
Misses that tree.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Slides right up to the lighthouse.
And has a chance to take another stroke on Valerie, depending on if Valerie can make that kind of long birdie putt.
This was a scary hole to run a long birdie putt on.
Yeah, it was. Man, Eveliina catching that last tree.
I mean, look at that flag. It was definitely gusting up in the 20-mile-per-hour range today.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, sustained 15, 20 plus gusts. I'm just laying up. Eveliina looking like she's thinking about it. I think she wants to go for it, but no, she probably shouldn't.
Oh my God, that was one of those gusts.
Yeah, she just lays up.
Looks like Valerie just lays up as well. And everyone will tap
Just
in their
take
pars.
Hey,
Great, Kristin got a birdie.
Yeah, hers is a tough birdie, you're right, and takes a stroke on Valerie. Just a reminder to everyone to subscribe to GKPRO. We don't usually push this, but they're almost at 100,000 followers, and they have a massive giveaway they're going to do that they'll be announcing soon. So go ahead and click that little subscribe button for us.
Yeah, we got a peek at the prize, and you want to stay tuned. It's a good one. Hole 17 is a par 4 that's 530 feet, and there's a lot going on.
Yeah, this is, I think, the most difficult hole in the course, especially in a wind. You want to throw a forehand or a backhand to the corner and then hopefully give yourself an open look to get yourself down to this green where the wind does die down a little bit. But, I mean, if you come up short and are pinched, it's so hard to get the birdie, let alone the par. Like, I don't, or, you know, swap that, but you get what I'm saying. I think forehand's the ideal play here.
It was a pretty ripping headwind on this tee shot, which makes any decision you're making very nervy. Like Erika said, she feels like this should be the most difficult hole. Well, it was.
Yeah. Yeah, Kristin kind of got tangled up in some branches and landed short. Ohn, this looks really...
Yeah, nose up. It got lifted into those branches.
The angle looked good, but it just kept rising. And I think she's still in bounds. There is OB on the right side.
Not making it to the corner makes this hole a lot more difficult because your second shot is completely blind. So Eveliina does make it to the corner where she will be opened up on her second shot. But if you're short, like where Ohn landed, it makes your second shot incredibly difficult, and you have to make a decision.
And even where Eveliina is, she's not quite as far as you ideally want to be. I do like this backhand play through the gap. As long as you don't fade too far to the left, it tends to get you past these two trees here and have an open look. This is a little farther left than you want to be.
Thank you.
It leaves the second shot pretty long. So, Kristin likely pitching up. I mean, it's so risky to go for anything. Like, you could cut that corner to that right of that little tree, but this is
the smart
what
play.
it calls for, yeah. Hopefully she has an open look from there. Ohn thinking about cutting the corner here, I think.
Taking the more aggressive route, it looks.
This is so risky.
It redirects a lot straighter than she wants.
Yeah.
Finds the water.
I don't blame her because it is so tempting, but that's such a sharp angle to try to cut a corner like that. Valerie looks like she's going aggressive here.
On top of this hill, the wind feels so crazy, and you just have to remember that once you get down past it, it gets a lot softer.
Wow.
Are you?
Wow.
Oh my God.
That was a getaway, and she's so far away. Like,
Oh my God. That's unbelievable.
That's unreal.
I mean, that's every bit of what, 320?
yeah.
300?
Into a pretty stiff left to right wind. Evelina's looks good too.
In a high pressure situation too.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like this is just cake.
I mean,
this isn't round 2.
this is that was essentially to kind of seal the win, or because 18's not that hard. This is where
stuff can happen.
crazy stuff is going to happen.
Yeah, this average is at 1.3 strokes over par,
This
and
puts
that can happen to anyone.
a lot of pressure on Kristin, and she's out of bounds, isn't she?
Yeah, it's close if not. And that was such a hesitant shot from Kristin.
Yeah, man,
Not
I can't
wanting-
believe
she wasn't-
Valerie was so confident on that shot. She laced it. So Kristin is in bounds here, throwing her 4th shot. She needs this to stay close, and she does.
Let's go 5 miles.
I'm still just absolutely blown away by Valerie's shot.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was unbelievably impressive.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Just mere mortals should be nervous right now, and that's such a scary shot.
Yeah, even when it's calm, it's terrifying. So to have that wind, wow.
The wind and the win. The potential.
Good upshot from Ohn there. And Eveliina got way down here too on her 2nd shot.
And it checks up before the water.
Kristin for her bogey. This is
Is
still important. I mean,
yes.
18 can still get
someone.
squirrely. Yeah.
Yep. It was crazy how the wind would be so calm here for a moment, and then it would just whip up out of nowhere.
Wow.
Wow.
What is that? A 3-stroke swing? Well, it's not really a swing, I guess, but
Yeah. And Valerie,
I think she won it on hole 17. I mean, she just has to par or even bogey.
is that her yellow right there? Where is she? Is she a tap-in?
She's she's super close. Yeah.
I mean,
she's been
let's
putting
be
really
real.
confident.
Yeah, let's be real.
Yeah, here we go. Oh, that's
That's
Ohn.
Ohn, yep.
She's the other yellow one. That one.
Oh, yeah, that's a tap-in. Wow.
If any of you are visiting Waco, go stand right there and look at that shot and just let your jaw drop, because that was amazing.
Want to
And
hear
a
another
great putt too.
another fun fact? She was the only birdie of the day in
Awesome.
the FPO field. I mean, that's so cool.
She's so cool.
She's so cool. A commanding lead right now.
Yeah. She can completely mess up hole 18 and still win at this point. 4 strokes. Wow.
Wow. I'm blown away. Hole 18's a par 4. Obviously, the water on the right's out of bounds. The sidewalk on the left is out of bounds. A lot of people are just chipping up here to the left and then pitching your second shot across the water. There is out of bounds deep in the water and along that advertisement wall.
With the wind, I mean, it's a headwind, so you're not going to see very many women go across the pond anyway, and especially not today. But we did see these ladies really crush these up shots and leave the approach shot as short as possible.
Valerie again playing so safe, keeping it in the middle. At this point, it's a 250-foot shot across the water.
Yeah, and again, she just needs to par. Like, she doesn't need to get it close or anything. I mean, she just needs to triple bogey or bogey. Like, she's got it. Ohn with a good layup.
This was a pretty ripping headwind. The shot is already difficult just because of the optical illusion of having to throw at the water.
Oh, that's
Eveliina has
big
it.
Shot.
Yeah, she's had it dialed all weekend, getting way down there. This played as the second most difficult hole of the day. So think about that. The first and second most difficult holes are the last 2 holes on this course. Rude.
Yeah, rough going.
Kristin gets a little more turn than she probably wants, but she's fine.
That's fine. That was her glory, and I mean, it's really nice to be that close to the water.
She wasn't sure either.
So Kristin's still very separated from third place, who at this moment is Katrina Allen, who finished 8 down. So Katrina is 2 down in third place. So if Ohn wants to tie for third, she needs to birdie this hole. Yeah, this happened to several women on my card, me included, where the wind just takes it and pushes it because going across the pond, it makes it a left to right. So if you expose your disc, it just carries it right. So Ohn will have to just pitch up for par.
Eveliina throwing a standstill, looking super powerful and confident. Oh, goes deep.
Too powerful.
Too powerful.
Too confident.
And she will have a death putt on the way back. You can hear that wind ripping, not letting up.
She's going criminal and in circle 2 for the win.
Wow.
Valerie recently transferring to Dynamic Discs, and what a big win.
Yeah, sponsor change, instant W.
Kristin leaving it a little on the short side, but she's across in a good second place position.
Ohn pitching it up.
Yep.
Seating the par.
Perfect.
So in order to win this event, Valerie had to shoot a 10-16 rated round.
Wow.
10-16.
That's amazing.
That's 60 points above her rating.
Yeah.
Kristin shot a 994 rated round and wasn't able to pull out the win. I mean, it's crazy, the high level of golf we're seeing in FPO right now. I hope you guys are as excited as we are. I'm amped. I know,
it's just the beginning of the season.
I know. And
there's so much more.
Usually it takes a little time for everyone to start getting dialed in too, but right now everyone is on it. You can tell a lot of work's been put in. We have record numbers of competitors out here. What a great round from Ohn. We'll see a lot more of her on lead cards. We get to see Kristin here in the United States for another 4 weeks, I believe.
Yeah.
Same with Eveliina.
Congratulations, Valerie.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2022 Waco Annual Charity Open champion, Valerie Mandujano. Congratulations. Val, we have this flag for you too for the last hole.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
No, there must be a lot of emotions happening right now.
Yep.
Your first big win. You've had a few A-tiers, but this is a Pro Tour win. Can you tell us how you feel?
I feel a lot of emotions. I feel like I want to tear up. Yeah, I just want to dedicate this win to my grandfather. He passed away on New Year's, and he was like my father. He raised me so close to him, and he never got to see me win. So I told myself I had to win this year. So this is for you, Dad.
Wonderful, wonderful. We're so excited for you, Valerie, and thank you for that dedication. Any last words for the crowd? Anybody? Anything for your sponsors?
yes, thanks to everyone that followed this week, that cheered me on, that screamed in the crowd. Thanks to my fiance. Thanks to my sister and my dad for being here, my family, and my mom for supporting me, my Sita back home for watching. Thanks to all my sponsors, Dynamic Disc, Lucky Ace, Foundation Disc Golf. I have a couple more, but I can't remember right now, but thanks, guys.
That's all right. Let's see you raise that trophy up, girl.
That's all I got.
Anyone else tearing
Oh
up
my God.
in the house?
Yeah.
Tissues on deck. I mean, she's a Texas local too. It's absolutely beautiful to see her take this one down as her first big win. I mean,
Such a clean round. 7 down. Wow.
she started deserving it on hole 2.
Yeah,
It's
that's true.
It is crazy. Everyone else having a little bit of trouble on the back 9 as the Beast can do. Let's see the leaderboard one more time. Look at Katrina.
Yeah, coming up for solo 3rd place from Chase Guard, I believe. Cat Merch with a really nice 4th place tie with Ohn as well.
After a super solid finish at Las Vegas. And I mean, at this point right now, Valerie Mandujano, I mean, we'll see a lot more of her in the future. Congratulations again. Texas is here to support you, and I'm so happy it was in your home.
I'm
So
still
cool.
tearing up.
Well, thank you guys for hanging out. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. I'm hyped. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're 2 hot geese.